guys, GuitarMan122508 here, back again with another Superman-related review. And this time out we're going to be looking at the Amazon-exclusive Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice Superman figure. This is a statue I've been looking forward to for a long time, ever since it was announced, actually it was the same weekend that the movie was released. But it's a statue that is put out by Michael Mannequins. It's, I think, a German company. And as you can see, this is absolutely massive, just the box alone. So let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging. On the front you can see the Dawn of Justice logo and a picture of Henry Cavill Superman. Sorry for the shaky quality, I'm going to have to do this, majority of this handheld just because it's so huge. On this side we have a picture of the statue itself and the logo again. So this is what we're getting inside the packaging. And it's based on a life-sized version that they had for when the movie was released. I don't know where they displayed them, but they also did the same thing with Man of Steel. On the back, here's some information about the product itself. It says it's not a toy, for decoration only. And it's put out by, like I said, Michael Mannequins. And there's all the information and the safety stuff and all that jazz. This side we have another picture of the statue itself. At the top we have the Batman v Superman logo, and there's nothing at the bottom. Now also included with the box was this, I guess it's supposed to be like the back, quote-unquote, of the box. So you can see that it includes the Ultimate Edition of the film, and gives you some information, describes the film, and it's got all the movie information right here for both versions. It's got the ratings for the theatrical cut and the extended cut, and as you can see, this is a Blu-ray. It comes with a copy of the film on Blu-ray, DVD, and digital HD. This ran me about $116, $124 with shipping and handling, and actually shipping was free, that was the tax. So not a bad price, especially since it's coming with at least 4 copies of the film and a statue, and statues are relatively expensive, so it more or less paid for itself. So let's go ahead and unbox this thing and take a look at it. Okay, as you can see, this thing is very secure. It's in 2 separate pieces, and it's got a really thick layer of styrofoam protecting it. So it's going to be safe for transportation, and it arrived perfectly. No flaws that I see so far. So let's go ahead and piece this together. And here he is out of the packaging. I'm thoroughly impressed with this figure. I had seen people getting their statues way earlier than I got mine. They were getting theirs at least a week earlier than I did, and it kind of bothered me because I had pre-ordered this on Amazon 3 weeks before the movie came out, and it hadn't arrived on the day that the film was released on DVD and Blu-ray. So I was a little frustrated with that, but the wait was worth it. It does come with instructions. This is a 2-piece figure, and you pretty much just slide Superman, or at least he's got little peg holes, and you slide that into this steel beam, and so that's how you attach him. And also included is a copy of the film on Blu-ray. I'm looking forward to watching the extended cut. I've heard that it's a lot better than the theatrical release, and I liked the theatrical release, so I'll probably like the extended cut a little bit more. This thing is absolutely massive. The detailing is pretty impressive, and I was a little bit scared that the face sculpt would be just mediocre. I had seen other people's pictures, and it didn't impress me. I still wanted the figure. Trust me, I still want this figure. It's beautifully sculpted. That cape alone is amazing, and I love the flight pose. It's very dynamic, but I was a little bit worried about the face sculpt, and seeing it in hand put all those fears to rest. This is absolutely beautiful. It's going to look amazing on my shelf. It's very, very heavy. You want to lift it from the base. You don't want to lift it by the figure. That kind of just goes without saying. But wow, is this amazing. It's not as great as a DC Collectibles figure. It's not as great as the one that they put out with the posable cape. But it's a pretty serviceable figure. I really like it a lot. I think my only concerns with this figure is that the paintwork could have been a little bit sharper. Other than that, I'm thoroughly blown away by this piece. Wow, it's beautiful. So let's take a little bit of a closer look. Okay, and here you can see the base of the figure. It's got the Batman v Superman logo, and it's got this rocky texture all around the base. It looks really good. I actually do like this a lot. You can see some dry brushing here on this metal piece right here, and it's all along the metal itself. There's a lot of detailing put into this, and I really appreciate the time and effort that was placed into making this as good as it is. And that goes around the entire statue. Okay, and here we can see a little bit of the suit. This metallic blue is a lot brighter than it is in the movie, and it doesn't bother me. It actually makes the statue pop a little bit more, but it's not entirely movie accurate. So if you're going for 100% accuracy, you might be a little disappointed with that, but I don't think it's too bad. And here you can see some shading on the cape. Really nicely done. It's all throughout the entirety of it. The sculpt itself is pretty well designed. You can see they've even gone to such great lengths as to texture the suit. It's got that chainmail design that we've seen in both Man of Steel and Batman v Superman. This isn't entirely accurate to the movie. There's supposed to be some Kryptonian text that runs along his arms right about here, and there's supposed to be Kryptonian writing that goes through the symbol right here. There's a line right here, as you can see, but it's not Kryptonian text. The biggest issue I have with this S symbol is relatively sloppy. It's not as clean as I would have liked it to have been. The colors still pop, and it's the right shape. It's just, I feel that they could have done a little bit better on this outlining of the S shield itself. It's not awful, it's just not as good as it could have been. Again, sorry about the shaky camera, but at this angle you can see that it does bear a little bit of a better resemblance to Henry. I think the biggest problem with the sculpting is that the forehead is just too big. It's about the size of my finger, but it just feels like the spacing between the top of his eyebrows and the top of his hairline is just too large of a gap. Maybe if they had shrunk that down a little bit more, it would have been a little closer to looking like Henry. That's my only main concern with this head sculpt. The rest of it looks fine. It's a passing resemblance. It's not totally off base like some other statues might be, but it's not 100% accurate. And here you can see the sculpting on the hair. It's very intricately designed. There are some streaks of lighter shades of color, like a lighter shade of like a blue, I guess, kind of running through it to give it that shiny effect. And here we can see the pleating on his cape. It's very well done, very intricately designed. I like how it just folds over. It's very natural looking. The cape itself looks amazing. I love a long flowing cape on Superman, and this gives me just that. And for size comparison, here he is next to the DC Collectibles New 52 Superman. This figure stands at about 7 inches tall, so this is a pretty massive figure. I'm absolutely thrilled to have it in my collection, and despite the minor errors that it does have, I pretty much recommend this statue. It's going to look great on any shelf. So that's all for this episode. If you like what you see here, be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. If you want to listen to me talk about Superman for an hour and a half, be sure to check out the Up, and Away podcast. We're available through Podomatic and iTunes, as well as through Facebook. And I'll see you guys next time.